Here's Nick Folk ready to put this one in the air. And we are underway in Foxborough. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Throwing first play is Pickett. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he's going to get this one. Play 10 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down with Pickett. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Pickett. He gets it complete to Harris. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
You know, on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward. Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Red man coverage and decided to test him early. And they put him up to the task and force the incompletion.
Boswell's kick is good, and the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating 1st downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And he's out of bounds, but not before getting across the 50 to the 45.
We spent so much time talking about the physical side of the game. How about the mental side? They just gave up a field goal, but they didn't get down at all. Big-time return. They're set up to try and at least tie the game up.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And down to the 36-yard line here.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move it back in the backfield to make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. Throwing, Jones. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Open receiver here, complete. It's Parker. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a first down carry for Harris. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 3 tight ends up front here. 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
On 4th down, Jones. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. They can't hook up on 4th and goal from the 4, and the Steeler D will celebrate the goal line stand. They'll start the drive with Harris. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. After 1 on EA. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Looking to throw, Pickett. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Pickett now on 1st down. He finds his man Johnson. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Pickett is going to throw it again. And he'll just get rid of it.
Yeah, it's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And it's a quarterback. All you can do is just loft one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
Here's Jones on the return. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Now Jones. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess. That allows for extra yardage on the return.
Kyle Duggar up to make the tackle. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off play action. Pickett. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They overloaded that time of the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. He'll look to throw. Setting up the screen, Harris. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. punt there. And they will take over 1st and 10. New England trying to get a place on offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught at the 20. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive. Completions, they're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense, because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
On 2nd and goal, Jones. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Folks' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Marcus Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Well, the Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the 3rd quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Jones now throwing on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Harris running straight ahead. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On 2nd and 9. Jones steps away. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First target, first catch, and a first down. Off play action. Jones. Flush to his right. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Off the play fake. Jones. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball. And we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Jones. Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 33. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at the 33-yard line. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. It's brought in by Harris. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up second down. Pickett will look to throw it here. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Complete. It's Johnson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Pickett sets up play action. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Trying with Pickett here on 3rd down. And going deep downfield for Boykin. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. And we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jones. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And, Charles, we've seen almost 3 full quarters now, and neither offense can really get it going. Neither has hit the end zone, and neither side seemingly can make that big play. There he goes, left side. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. They hand this off to Harris. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Back now in Foxborough. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. On second and a couple. Pickett. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. The offense on third down tonight? Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Pickett. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On the give, this is Harris. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. To the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. Boswell's kick is good, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So that, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
New England's offense set to go. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Escaping the pressure right. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
On 2nd and 10, Jones going deep here for Parker. It got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 34.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
Jones throw into the hands of Henry here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 25 yards that time.
Well, the drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try to get the ball back again.
Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off play action. Jones out to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice job escaping the pocket. And boy, he took the shot downfield towards the end zone, didn't he? Trying to go for 6. It just wasn't there against that coverage. They were ready to prevent the big play.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Arthur Maulet. And the Steelers will take over possession here up at the 44. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Again, it's Harris on second down. And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with a football as we get you reset. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring out fourth down. Well, glad to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So now Jones and the Patriots down by 10, a minute 15 remaining. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Jones. And this is caught. It's Parker. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. To throw is Jones. He'll get this into the hands of Stevenson. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Jones. And this is intercepted. And